New data out Wednesday shows U.S. inflation accelerated faster than economists had predicted in January. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, rose 0.5% for the month. It's also up by 3% since last January. The report shows fuel, auto insurance, and egg prices all factored into the increase. Some product prices did decrease in January, so that includes fruits and veggies, particularly tomatoes, and cereal and bakery products. CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joins us now on set in Studio 57. So, Kelly, what does this tell you about inflation and the overall economy?
So it tells me we're moving in the wrong direction. Right? The Federal Reserve is looking for 2%, and we have ticked up for the past few months. We are going in the wrong direction. And it also tells me the items that you just mentioned, inflation is remaining what we like to call sticky in those need-to-have areas. Shelter, energy, food. You can't decide not to eat 1 month. And I actually, in prep for our conversation, I went back and I looked at, okay, right before the crisis happened with this inflation crisis, this is 4 years ago, where we were versus where we were now. In total, prices have increased 20.7%. Wow. The reason why that's important is that wages have only increased 19.3% in that time. So that difference, that's why it hurts in your wallet. Because yes, inflation is coming down, but your wages just haven't kept up with it.
So when you say the Fed targets 2%, does that mean year over year? So right now we're 3%, so we're a percentage over what the Fed wants?
Exactly.
What does that mean in terms of what the Fed will choose to do with interest rates?
We're going to keep pausing. So we paused last month. They're going to meet again at the end of March. We are expecting a pause. We're only expecting 2 rate cuts this year, but with the fact that inflation is continuing to tick up, folks that I'm talking to are saying maybe 1, maybe none.
Wow. The 10-year U.S. Treasury yields also sharply increased Wednesday to above 4.6%. You got to tell me what that means.
I love that you asked this because I always talk about this and I'm such a nerd and people are like, please don't.
Nerd out.
Love it. Okay. So it's a combination of the first 2 things that we talked about. Investors are seeing inflation go up and they're seeing that we're not going to get interest rates. And the 10-year Treasury tracks where investors think inflation and interest rates are going. So it's spiked up. They think we're not getting those rate cuts. The reason why that is important is that our mortgage rates, our 30-year fixed, tracks the 10-year Treasury. And so that means your mortgage rates are going to continue to stay elevated, which is sad for me because I'm looking to buy a first-time home.
What does that mean in terms of rates for the year? Where are we hovering? What are we looking at?
So right now we're hovering around 7%. If we continue to see inflation go up, you're going to see that tick back up too.
Wow. Okay. Kelly O'Grady, maybe renting like me for a while. Thank you so much.